Got to take a shot there. I know he was trying to share the ball, but at some stage you need to just focus on the goals and take the pressure and take the shot and convert.
Been in and out of the team all his career. Alex Neil-Bullen dominates in the VFL when he gets dropped. He pulls the kick, doesn't have a shot either, and McDonald takes the mark, top of the square. The Blues somehow left a hole.
Yeah, that's unusual to see, but it was a great kick by Neil-Bullen. He sort of sensed that movement from his forward. And it's, as I said, unusual, Al, not to have a defender in that hole or a ruckman or a midfielder, but really well identified from Neil-Bullen.
Well, that's the thing. He's either having a shot or he's going to pull it to the top of the square, so you had to defensively be set up there, but beautifully executed on that occasion.
Tom McDonald told to go. Gee, made the goal umpire work, but he got it there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the start of the game just shows us modern footy. You've had Frost come off, kick the ball on the ground, Dow come kick the ball on the ground the other end, then Petrarca's beautiful kick that went over the top to Hunt, and then another beautiful kick from Neil-Bullen. So really it's as much, we talk about scoring and whether the rules have been good or bad, but if you can't connect, if you can't kick the ball to your forwards, it's pretty hard to score. So really good kick from Neil-Bullen to put Tom into a good spot, and he just snuck it in there.
Could be 6 goals.
David Roden's going to have to put in for double
time.
Oh,
turnover to McDonald from the kick in. They're just giving it back to them.
Well, they really need to kick this goal to capitalise, because there's David Teague. Now, he wouldn't be too happy with their start, but equally Simon Goodwin's sitting there going, we've started really, really well, and we're only 2 goals forward. We're only 16 points up. So he'd be just as nervous at the moment as David Teague would be.
And David Roden, I think he hasn't put the flags back. They're in his pocket.
This has been a horror show for Blues fans, and almost has been for Melbourne, but they've at least got 3 goals on the board now.
Yeah, it's probably just the lack of intensity, isn't it, for Carlton now? It's just they haven't been in the game at all.
Well, they can't get the ball. We spoke about, I mean, these kicking errors. We spoke about how Melbourne have slaughtered the ball this season, really, and in particular last week against the Brisbane Lions. But Carlton, under pressure, and not a heap of pressure, but trying to get out of their defensive 50, just keep giving it back, and pressure is building. Free kicks, marks. It's all going Melbourne's way at the moment.
If you set up quickly behind the ball, you can create some turnovers.
Setterfield, well, he gave it away to Neil-Bullen. Scramble kick, McDonald, something out of nothing there for the D's.
And there's their first stoppage goal. And that's just a good snap from big Tom McDonald.
It's a solid first quarter, 6 and 3 goals.
Oh, he's worked really well, and he's been under enormous pressure from Liam Jones. He's got that good closing speed. So taps down, does McDonald, and then just stays involved in the play, fires up. That's great floater.
It's a good kick, isn't it?
It's a good man.
Have a look at the spin.
Again,
spin on this one.
Well, it's come from a turnover as well. Yeah. Carlton did take possession there, so they've turned it over again.
Viney got his hands away. Oliver back to Bruce. Gets under it a little. Jones, well, he was going to take the pack down. He didn't. Dunkley kicked around the body. That was delightful vision. And that's his 100th goal for his career, Tom McDonald.
Well, for every positive, there's a negative, Alan. Liam Jones, you can't run 50 metres off your opponent and not make a contest. Here he is. Look at him at the bottom of the screen. He's good position there, but gee, that's a brave move, and that's been generous to him. And then Tommy, I thought sometimes you can leave the contest too early, but I actually think Tom McDonald summed that up pretty well, Al.
Well, that's the thing. You've got a 4-on-4 or actually a 5-on-4 at the 50-metre line. But a 1-on zip at the top of the goal square is fairly handy. So you roll the dice and it worked well. Conversely, as you said, Liam Jones rolled the dice, got a bit of a block as he went into that contest, but in the end it was a wasted run, a costly run. But Tom McDonald off to a fly.
Cruiser and Bruce to go at it again. Cruiser took a little bit of Bruce's arm. Oliver takes a little bit of the Sharon. Heads in the McDonald direction. Coming off a 4-goal first half. And he wins himself a free here just within range.
So that's an interesting decision.
Essentially, it's the body tunnelling.
But he jumped, though, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what
spoiled the ball. Unless he said it was an unrealistic attempt to spoil and he had a fresh air swing. But
he's pushed him under the ball with his body.
Yeah, but wasn't it a natural, and again, we'll have a look at it again, but it looked like a natural spoiling motion rather than a tunnel. Gee whiz. Unless, as I said, he said, well, you've had a fresh area, you can't do that, but I'm not sure about that.
I think he's paid it for the push out with his boot.
With his boot, yeah.
And he skips from 51. It's straight. Has it got the carry? It has got the carry, and he's got 5.
Well, he was gifted a few from turnovers in the defensive half for Carlton, and maybe he was gifted one here.
It must be a start.
I think that's a free kick. I think he's pushed him out of the contest, whether it's with hand or foot.
But if I put my knee up, I'm allowed to push him out of the contest.
But you've got to grab the ball or touch the ball.
I think the question is it's the unrealistic attempt to spoil rather than the action, I think.
Yeah, it's unrealistic if you don't touch it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was Liam Jones's mistake as we look at the essentially the first half for Tom McDonald. Up to 5 goals. And
back.
Sibby's going down for a concussion test. Harms breaks free. Back to Oliver. Looking for the instant reply. He ran more than his measure, maybe. Umpire let it roll on McDonald.
Well, he's run how many metres there? 25?
Oh, it's plenty.
Yeah.
But on the upside, Tom McDonald just eased his opponent under the ball. And that's the kick you were talking about at the other end, Casbolt. Just get a bit of elevation on it, get it over the back.
And great technique too from Tom McDonald. That early body work, which didn't give Jones a chance to come back on him.
So if you have a look how far he goes here, he's probably pushed it.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought.
Great grab.
For number 6 and the equal biggest haul of Tom McDonald's career.
Great to see Tom McDonald. Been a lot of discussion about his form, especially in the early parts of the season. It looked like he came into the season a little underdone, and whether it be a leg or a foot issue, but moving much better today and covering a lot of ground. So he gets to the dangerous position, which is protecting the drop zone. So he's got 12, 13 metres behind him. And so that's a dangerous position for Liam Jones. Elevated kick just holds him under the ball, and a pretty easy mark in the end.